You know what I like to do?
Talk into a microphone?
Yeah, and also get in on the action with sports
Have a big
interaction.
head.
Yeah. Wear bare feet in the freezing cold.
Be a dad.
Friggin' wear V-necks that are actually
It's not a V-neck, okay? Sports interaction. NHL, NBA, MLB, so much more. It's the friend I don't have, clearly. Crazy Odds, best live and play. Download the app in Ontario. You can use the QR code at the bottom of the screen, or you can head to sportsinteraction.com/STPN to get started. 19 plus, please play responsibly and get better friends.
Yell at the computer. He does that too.
Colorado, Seattle. Who could have thunk?
Not me.
The Seattle Kraken, who had a depressing first season. It was terrible. This year, really good, scoring by committee. And the Colorado Avalanche, who are like the seasoned vets, won the Stanley Cup last year, but have taken a step back only because they're injured. Really. Talent's all there. It's just you're not going to have Landeskog this series. You don't know when you're getting Cale Makar back. Yes, I know that Joe Sakic's goal-scoring record was beaten, and I get it, and it's great. Mm-hmm. But there is a lot to be concerned about if you're an
You
Avs
don't
fan.
have Nazem Kadri anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
They won a whole series without him, though.
Yeah, but they won the Stanley Cup with him.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's absolutely true.
So
Him
who
with a busted hand.
What do we like? What do we like here? Kraken? Do we like Avs?
Problem with the Kraken, like, listen, they're a great story. They've won a lot of games. They can come at you in waves. I feel like they don't really have a first line.
No.
But they also don't really have a fourth line. They're just very even throughout the lineup.
They just remind me of a bunch of Nino riders.
Yeah. Like, why isn't he a Kraken?
He should be.
That's such a good comparison.
Thank you.
He should be, yeah.
Elite second liner.
What is Jared McCann other than Canadian Nino Niederreiter?
He is. And he's strong on defense too and a good attitude.
Yeah. And a nice face. They both
Good
have a nice face.
Matty Beniers looks like an old man, though. We've already established that Matty Beniers is 30 years old.
No, he looks like a silver fox.
That's
He's
right.
a 20-year-old silver fox. No, like, listen, I'm beating around the bush here. Like, I don't see the Kraken winning this series. They're a good story. They're a very balanced team. It's a lot of guys who are very new to their role. And that was the case with Vegas. Mm-hmm. It was guys who had played in the NHL before, but hadn't played as high in the lineup. Like Marchessault wasn't Marchessault yet. And I mean, Carlson, and you go down the lineup. I just don't see the Kraken as having that same fire. They don't have the same top-end scoring outside of McCann. They don't have the same defense. They don't have the same goaltending as that 2018 Vegas team. They're good. They're real good, and this is going to be a great experience for them. It's Colorado.
Jesse Blake.
You're acting like, hey, they get a participation trophy in the playoffs. You know, like they get to show up and it'll be a great experience. You know, they get to go to the fair and they're gonna have a good time.
No, like, I mean,
Gonna go Cirque du Soleil and watch the Colorado Avalanche play.
you're asking me if I think the Seattle Kraken will beat the Colorado Avalanche, and just no.
I think Adam brought up something very interesting earlier with the New Jersey
I
Devils.
doubt it.
And it's a rare thing, but it happened. It's like Halley's Comet hitting the moon. He brought up the New Jersey Devils and them playing with a lot of freedom. And I don't think out of all 16 playoff teams that there's a more team with less expectations than the Seattle Kraken. And I think with a wounded animal in the Colorado Avalanche, the Kraken have a chance here. Especially with Philip Grubauer playing in a way that we didn't expect him to play. And he's kept it up all year. Mm-hmm. He's been a great goaltender. And I think there's a puncher's chance for them to steal this series with the amount of injuries that have occurred to Colorado. Them coming off the cup run. Who knows how fatigued this group is. They've lost so many pieces. They don't have their captain. I don't know. I'm leaning towards giving Seattle a real good shot at winning this series.
I also think the Kraken have more experience than people give them credit for.
Yes, that as well.
Like how much is St. Louis kicking themselves for giving up Vince Dunn? I know that's
a bad one.
I know that he did. You know, there were some issues within the organization, and there wasn't enough ice time, and they had a bunch of defensemen locked down. But the guy had 61 points, 64 points this year. 64 points. He was their second leading scorer. And here's what's interesting about the Kraken: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys on this roster who have over 40 points.
Being able to score from any point in your lineup is such a key thing to success in the playoffs. Like,
it's a lineup problem, especially if you don't have Kale McCarr. Or a matchup problem.
Yes, a matchup problem. Yeah, because the superstars, you can limit them in the playoffs. There are ways you can shut down McDavid a little bit, but if the rest of the lineup, can take care of business, they can win. And with the Kraken, you don't know who to shut down. Like, you're not focusing on Matty Beniers and shutting down Matty Beniers. All four lines can do damage, and it's going to be a problem for Colorado. And this is going to be a very tight series.
I just realized I did the exact same thing to the Kraken that I did to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't learn anything. I said Vegas would lose their first round series to the Kings that year. So maybe I just don't know how to evaluate expansion teams. I'm really having a hard time picturing Colorado losing because we haven't seen it for a couple years.
Burakovsky also will not be playing for the first part.
Huge loss.
A huge loss for them. He's
been out since February, so they've known how to play without him. But yeah, they're hoping he'll be back in time, and he's not going to be there.
He would have been the 9th guy had he got one more point with 40+ points this year. But he would have done it in 49 games. Okay, give me your predictions.
Colorado in 6.
Jesse.
Seattle in 7.
I think you can't bet against Nathan McKinnon. I think you're asking for trouble, especially in the first round, especially with the experience. Colorado, 5 games.
Oh, what?
Wow.
After everything you just said?
I'm very complimentary of the Kraken because I was really hard on them last year. This is the Colorado Avalanche. Nathan McKinnon is on the other team.
Nathan.
Kraken, I believe in you. Kraken fans, we're together.
Nathan, Gabriel Landeskog can't play. I'll just become 2 people.